Hello, I'm glad you're here. I'm Heels Good Dan, and I would like to welcome you back to Into a Dream. How many times am I going to say this intro? God only knows, but you know what? That's okay. In this video, I will be discussing some of the ways to manage and treat persistent depressive disorder, PDD. Now, I want to let you know that for the most part, if not all the time, depressive disorders have the same treatment and management, so PDD and MDD would have the same type of treatment, just depending on the varying levels of intensity and severity. We use medication combined with different types of therapy to treat and manage these disorders.
Hello there.
Hi. You don't seem to be here for the wedding reception, am I right?
Wedding reception?
You don't need to play the fool with me. I wasn't invited to this as well, don't worry. You just need to jump the railing ahead and get yourself a wonderful treat. I recommend the lobster and the filet mignon. Avoid the shrimps though, they taste funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's delicious.
Do you know whose wedding it is?
No, not a clue. I just live nearby and the catering at this place is generally fantastic.
Okay, so, I'll be right back.
Oh, and hey, if they cut the cake, please come and get me. It also looks delicious. I love raspberries.
Sure, don't worry.
Have fun!
For this video, I'm going to go over other techniques that you can use to manage PDD. Again, in the video for MDD, I cover the medical and non-medical types of treatment, so these are now just going to be additional suggestions building off from the last treatment video. My first tip is to do some research and find some credible self-help books or websites.
Just married. Who might the happy couple be? Did something just happen? What?
Since only you know what works for you, I say to look into these self-help resources and do some research because everyone is different, right? Everyone's going to have their own way to cope with it. My next suggestion is to give yourself some compliments and to be kind to yourself. I know I said this for emotional trauma, but it can be applied to any moment where you lack confidence in your own abilities. If you have a negative thought, whatever it may be, counter it by thinking of two positive ones. You can be your biggest critic sometimes, but give yourself some nice reviews, alright? You deserve it.
Hey,
Hello. How's it going?
I'm great, thanks. You?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great wedding, isn't it?
Oh, it's really beautiful.
How do you know the happy couple?
Well, I'm actually a friend of the bride's father, Luke.
Luke Williams. I'm a good friend of his.
Really? My name's Simon.
Oh, nice to meet you, Simon. I'm John. Where do you know Luke from?
I worked with Luke and Michael when they first started the company. I left right before the company boomed. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to do with my life.
Have you been in touch with them?
Not as much as I wanted, but yeah, a little. I tried to talk to them today, but still haven't been able to.
Well, how come?
Well, Luke's still inside the church with his little lamb, and Mike, well, as always, he's talking to a woman.
To a woman?
Don't get me wrong, he's a wonderful, wonderful guy, but he's kind of a player, you know. Sarah, the lady he's talking to, is on the other hand very sweet.
Oh. She does seem lovely. Does she work for the company?
No, she's an old friend of Luke and Rita's. I don't know much about her other than she's just a really nice person. And well, she loves dogs and musical theatre, always going on about it. I can introduce you to her if you like, as soon as Mike over there lets her catch some air.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. But thanks, Simon. I think I'll grab something to eat.
Go ahead, the lobster is particularly tasty.
Oh, thanks for the tip. See you.
God, there's a lot of people to talk to here.
Isn't it too cold?
Sorry?
The water.
Oh, no, it's perfect. It's so hot today, the coldness feels wonderful. Care to try?
No, thank you. I'm John Stevens.
Hi, I'm Carol.
Were you here for the ceremony? I couldn't make it on time.
I was. It was so beautiful. What a shame. The beginning was magical. There was a man by the door preventing all of us from going in. No one knew what was going on. And then the string quartet began to play. The doors from the church opened and we went in to see Anne in her gorgeous dress smiling at us from the altar.
Really? Oh, that's a twist.
It was so beautiful. Again, shame you couldn't make it.
Indeed. Well, I think I'll say congratulations to the happy couple then.
Go do that. Although I think you'll have to wait a while. They're still inside and that man is blocking the door again.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. Bye.
Bye.
Michael?
Sorry, do I know you?
Yes, we met before. I needed to talk to you.
I'm having a conversation. Can it wait?
No, my friend, it can't wait. Luke's not in a good headspace. Time's of the essence here.
No, it's urgent, Michael.
What's the urgency about? Just leave me be, man.
Wow, that character sucks. I do not like him at all. Continuing on, my next tip is to focus on your goals. PDD is an ongoing process. Remember, it's 2 or more years of a constant depressed state, so it can be easy to lose yourself and lose sight of what you want. Set goals that are within your limits. So what I mean by that is, if getting up in the morning, making your bed, eating breakfast, and then going back to bed is all you did, that's great. At least you got up in the morning, right? You don't have to do amazing things to feel accomplished. These small victories are important because they can snowball into greater wins down the road. So maybe the next day you wake up, you make your bed, you have your breakfast, and then you go for a walk. You're already doing better than before. And give yourself permission to do less when you don't feel up to it. Hey, I brought you cake.
There you go.
No way. You really brought me the cake? Thanks. Now I owe you something.
No, not at all.
Here. It's all I have in my pocket right now.
A piece of paper.
Well, it's a business card.
I brought you cake and you brought me a card.
I was trying to mingle with other people at the party. Most of the guests have newborns, you see. So I pretended I had one as well and was looking for a new pediatrician. This man, I think he was the godfather to the bride. He just handed me this card. He is apparently a renowned doctor, and he told me he knew a lot of great, reliable pediatricians. Well, I just smiled and thanked him. Cool design though, right?
Yellow Bridge Hospital, Dr. Terrence Medson. Another important tip for your mental well-being is not to compare yourself to others. Thoughts like, oh, they're so ahead of me, oh, they have their life together, what am I doing wrong? All of these things just brings you unnecessary stress and anxiety. Sometimes a good day for someone with PDD is just a normal day for everyone else. For example, waking up, having breakfast, maybe taking a shower, making your bed, going to work, school, doing everything you wanted to do for that day, then coming home to have dinner, and go to bed feeling good and productive. While that sounds like a pretty normal and boring day to most of us, for people with PDD, that was a really good day.
Hello, sorry to bother you. Do you do requests?
Hi.
Well, we haven't got much rehearsed.
We could play the wedding march again, the one that initiated the ceremony.
It's a lovely piece for strings and harp. Even though we have no harp here, everyone at the end congratulated us as they could hear it. Weird, isn't it?
Anyway, do you want to request any particular song? We may know it.
Can you play
Thanks.
Never Gonna Give You Up? Nah, that's not an option, that sucks.
Actually, I wasn't here for the beginning of the ceremony, and people have been praising the music so much. Could you please play it? Even just a little of it?
Sure we can. Let's do it, guys. Ready?
Ready?
Hello!
Hi!
Hey,
I was saying to Neil here how much I loved the ceremony. My god, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
I did not see it, unfortunately. I'm sure it was nice, though.
I've just arrived. Unfortunately, I didn't catch the majority of it.
So you're here just for the food, right?
Don't be so unpleasant, Neil.
I was just making a joke. Jeez. I'm Neil, by the way.
John.
I'm Heather. Are you here alone? For the bride or the groom?
Well,
I have no idea who the groom was, but I do know that the bride is Anne Williams, unless she changed her last name, that is.
I'm a close friend of the bride.
So are we. I don't think we've ever met. How do you know Anne?
Anne? You know, I used to spend my summer holidays in a house my parents had in the woods. Her parents had a house there too, so...
Really? We heard a lot about that little house.
She always says how she's had such a lucky childhood, being able to explore such fascinating places. I've never been there. Is it as beautiful as she says?
Oh, you should definitely go when you have the chance. It really is.
We have to ask Anne to take us on a tour there.
And Eli.
Yes, of course. It's Anne and Eli's now. Do you think she's going to change her name? Anne D. Levitt? Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
I think she really likes Williams. Anyway, do you know where they are? I still haven't been able to talk to them.
They are still inside the church, but you may need to wait. No one is allowed to go in, and there's a guy there making sure that no one does.
Oh, thanks. It was nice meeting you.
Same, and come by whenever you want. Ciao.
Bye.
My next suggestion is to avoid substances. Alcohol is a depressant, meaning it'll reduce your responsiveness and stimulation. It may or may not make you even more depressed. With marijuana, the research is still pretty new.
Sorry, sir. The ceremony has already ended. The happy couple and close family are taking some photos inside. Please kindly wait outside.
Oh, okay.
Please, sir. I told you already, haven't I? Kindly wait outside. Please.
Oh, yes. Right.
Halt! You're not good at taking directions, are you? I told you. The ceremony has already ended. No one is allowed to go in. Stop! If I see you trying to sneak in one more time. Stop! If I see you trying to sneak in one more time.
Now, there is evidence that small doses can help with mild depression, although there is also evidence that it can cause the depression to become worse. There is a link if you are interested. And illicit or illegal drugs should be avoided at all costs.
I really need to talk to him. I'm sure something must have gone wrong with the company. Has to be. But I need to get his attention first.
You seem a bit lost.
Waiting for the married couple. You?
I can't stop playing the ceremony over in my mind. The moment the music started and the doors opened, I want my wedding to be like this one.
So, you still by yourself?
Yeah, I'm actually about to leave, but I still wanted to have a word with Michael and Luke.
Anything I can do to help?
If you could find a way to distract Sarah, or maybe get Luke out of the church. You don't sing, do you?
No.
That's too bad. If you'd go to the bandstand and start singing something from Phantom of the Opera, or Cats, or even Hamilton, Sarah would instantly ignore Michael and focus on the song. That's guaranteed.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Sorry, I got distracted. In all cases, substance use should be avoided, as it's unhealthy and it's a bad way to try and cope. It can be expensive and it'll often cause more harm than good with long-term use.
Want us to play something else?
Alright, let's just request something from a musical.
I was wondering, could you play anything from a musical?
From a musical? Well, we actually performed in an amateur production of Freedom Again a couple of weeks ago.
Really? And would they let you play something from it?
They actually encouraged us to advertise it.
Just a little piece of it, of course.
Oh, that's great. Could you play it, please, then?
Of course. Ready, guys?
Ready?
Hopefully it's Hamilton. That soundtrack is bangin'. Okay, now hopefully I can go back and then the whole I'm not feeling so good dust fade away thing happens and I can talk to Michael about what's going on with Luke.
God, how I love this song. It's from that new musical I was telling you about. Let me just finish listening to this number and we'll continue our chat, alright?
Of course.
Hi, Michael.
Hey,
Do you have a moment?
well, if it's just a moment.
I wanted to talk to you about your company.
Wait a minute. I know you from somewhere. You used to work for us, right? I know. You were fired. Ah, you heard that I succeeded Luke as a CEO of the company, and you're trying your luck with me now. Am I right? Sorry, pal. I'm not lowering the moat for you.
Wait, what? Luke is no longer the CEO?
Please, don't come on all innocent on me, man.
No, seriously. I had no idea. What happened?
You really have no idea. Well, he stepped down. That's what happened.
Why?
I have no idea, if you can believe that. He asked me to trust him, with no questions asked and no explanations. Absolutely nothing. Nada. Zilch. And as a best friend, I both wanted to trust him and ensure everything was fine. But well, here I am, still as clueless now as the day he stepped down.
Is he still working for the company? Or...
Nope. I have no idea what he's doing. But with the shares he's sold, he probably doesn't need to work for a while.
Wow. Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
I need to talk to Luke. Thanks again.
He's inside the church with Anne and Rita. See ya.
Stop! If I see you trying to sneak in one more time.
Well, moving on, my next tip is to find a psychotherapist that works for you. As PDD is chronic, you want to be able to form a relationship with a therapist that you can trust and that understands you. Now, it may take multiple attempts to find someone that you feel safe with and that you can talk to wholeheartedly, but don't give up hope.
Want us to play something else?
Could you play the song that started the ceremony?
Sure. Ready, guys?
Ready?
It's also important that the care that you get is coordinated with everyone in your circle of care. So this includes the pharmacist, the therapist, family doctor, etc. Now, while this is the main responsibility for the staff, it's important that you know who's involved in your treatment and that everyone's being given the same information. So stick to one pharmacy if you need medication, one psychotherapist, when you eventually find the right one, that is, etc. Alright, let's go talk to Anne and Luke and get more of the full picture.
Hello there, Luke.
John, I haven't seen you in ages. Do you remember John, darling?
John? Oh yes, by our little house in the woods, right? I'm so glad you could come to my wedding, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry to bring this up, but may I ask you something, Luke?
Sure, tell me.
I was talking to Michael and he told me you left the company.
Michael, he... Anne, darling, isn't that the photographer looking for you?
Oh, it is. I'll let you two speak. We'll talk later, John.
See you later, Anne.
So, you talked to Michael?
What happened, Luke?
Well, my mother died, John.
Your mother?
Yes. She got extremely sick and I had to take care of her. All my energy had to be dedicated to her. Eventually she passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. There was nothing we could do. Can we please change the subject now? This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Sure. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, what's the plan? Let's see what Rita says.
Rita, may I ask you something?
Oh, hi there, John. Yes, of course. What's up?
How hard did Luke take it? His mother's death, I mean.
Oh, pretty hard. She was still young. But that was years ago. Anne was 9 or 10 years old, so...
That long ago? I'd no idea.
Yeah, Luke was down for quite a while.
I thought it was much more recent. How did he handle it?
There's this old recording of his mother singing to him when he was a baby. He used to tuck Anne in her bed with that little doll that belonged to his mother. And he'd sing that same song to get her to sleep or whenever she was feeling blue. During the period after Isabel passed away, he listened to that recording almost every day. One night he fell asleep on the couch, and when I went looking for him, he had a headset over his ears and that doll held against his chest. I guess it was his way to keep her close to him.
Of course. It makes sense.
Well, he eventually got over it. Apparently. After all, it's only natural that you see your parents die and not the other way around. I also believe his work helped him cope.
His work? I thought he left the company to take care of his mother.
What? No, not at all. It was all so fast. Actually, the company took off slightly after she passed away, thankfully. I can't even dare to imagine what would have happened if it went bankrupt.
But you're saying he's still the CEO of the company?
He is, yes.
Well, thank you, Rita.
You're welcome, John.
Rita, did you say how Luke overcame his grief when his mother died?
He just listened to a recording of his mother singing to him over and over again, and shifted his focus to his work, which started to gladly take off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Luke, I've just been talking to your wife. She said your mother died years ago, and that you... Are you still head of the project?
Of course. Are you okay?
But you just said...
What?
That your mother got ill, and that you had to leave the company. You chose Michael to replace you as CEO.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
That's right. It's been quite a while since then.
What?
If you'll excuse me, I need to go and find my daughter. Okay?
Luke.
The photographs won't take too long, and we can continue our talk then.
Okay, Luke.
Goodbye, John. And thank you again for dropping by.
You're welcome. Ugh! I need to have access to his deeper dream. How can I do that? Something is clearly not right.
Alright, someone's lying big time. What the heck?
Rita, did you say...
He just listened and You're welcome.
Want us to play something else?
Can I ask you a big favor?
If we're able to help, sure.
This is going to sound weird, but can you play the song Luke's mother used to sing to him? Luke also sang it to Anne, so I'd like to surprise them.
Which song is it?
I don't know.
So how are we going to play it?
Just play it.
What?
Please, trust me. Just put your bows on the strings and move them. Please.
Okay. You'll see how that sounds. Ready, everyone?
You've got to be kidding me. Okay, here we go. What in the world?
I'm not controlling my arm.
It's working.
Okay, now we're at his mother's funeral to get more of the story, I guess. Kind of grim, but circle of life. I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed the video and thought it was informative, feel free to like. If you did not like the content, feel free to dislike and leave a constructive comment. If you want to stick around for future videos, please feel free to subscribe. There's power in each choice that you make. Stay safe, stay hopeful, you're worth it, and thank you for watching. Take care.